T-Storm Team 3, weather coverage you can count on.
Welcome back and happy Sunday. A little bit of a chillier and cloudy Sunday, but you're tracking that to change in a few days.
Thank goodness, right? We want spring to come back. I want to be able to go outside without anything blowing around too much, and I want to soak up some sunshine. I'm sure a lot of you have the same feelings. And yes, Rochester has been cloudy pretty much the entirety of the day, not to mention very, very windy. We find the wind pretty strong in Mason City as well. Eventually the camera will start to shake a little bit when we get some of those stronger gusts. And I promise you, Mason City has seen a little more sunshine throughout the day. We just have some clouds blocking it right now. Not long ago, there was some sun to be seen, and you can definitely see evidence of that when you take a look at the temperatures. It's 55 degrees as we speak right now in Mason City. We're about 9 degrees cooler than that in Rochester at 46. Both of us dealing with some very strong winds coming from the northwest, though, especially Mason City. Sustained winds around 32 miles per hour. So it has been a windy day. So despite the fact that some of us have gotten to enjoy a little more of the sunshine today, still not very comfortable to get out and about because of these strong winds. But here it is, that 55 we saw in Mason City, the 46 in Rochester, also in Dodge Center. A little warmer in Albert Lea at 50 degrees, where Austin is around 48, 50 degrees also in Charles City. Generally, though, kind of split where we're seeing the colors. Those of us still in the 40s in the blue, and those of us who have actually made it to the 50s, we're close to it there in the green. Now, current wind speeds, all of us dealing with that. We saw 32-mile-per-hour winds in Mason City, 28 sustained in Rochester, 26 in Dodge Center. You get a little further to the west, and you start to see some of those reds, the pinks. 36-mile-per-hour sustained winds, not gusts, just the winds themselves in Fairmont, 29 in Algona. Unfortunately, these winds will be sticking around even as that sun sets, even as we normally lose some of the energy. And that's why a wind advisory will remain in effect for all the areas here in this tan color, so pretty much almost all the entirety of our area until 8 p.m. tonight, as we could see gusts up to 45 miles per hour. So windy evening. Now, as we take a look at the projected wind speeds, yes, they will be calming down as we do get into the overnight. The problem is with Monday, they start to ramp right back up as we head into the afternoon. So it is going to be another breezy day, another cooler day, and for some of us, another cloudy day here as we come into our Monday. You'll see where the winds are coming from, basically again from the northwest. Good news is, as we start to get warmer, we start to see the winds calm back down, especially as we get into the midweek. So if you're not a fan of winds, I'm certainly not. That is some great news. To go along with it, we're going to get to see a little more of the sunshine. Not exactly what we're seeing right now. Satellite and radar even picking up on a few sprinkles. I call them sprinkles because where we're seeing some of these brighter green colors, a lot of that isn't exactly hitting the ground. Maybe a drop or two. It's where we start to get into some of these darker colors where we actually see some of that light rain coming through. But basically, wherever we see clouds right now, we see a chance for an isolated light shower or two. That's how the rest of our Sunday is going to go. And yes, we got to deal with these cloudy conditions here until we start getting into Monday. Once again, we're going to see mainly to the west a little more sunshine. Otherwise, it will be a cloudy, windy, and a cooler day. But here it is, the 7-day forecast where the weekend is always in view, welcoming back temperatures in the 60s. And yes, by the time we get into the weekend, we could even return to the 70s. So Alex, if you've been waiting for all that sunshine, by Tuesday it will be here. The temperatures are going to go up, the winds are going to go down, and it's going to just feel like spring again.
Thank goodness.
Oh goodness. You're absolutely right. I'm so excited for it.
Me too. Thanks, Sarah.